Imagine this. It's ancient Rome, the Colosseum is roaring with 50,000 spectators, and standing in the middle of the arena is Napoleon Bonaparte. Yeah, that Napoleon, the guy from the 1800s in a feathered hat and military uniform, squaring off against a gladiator with a trident and a net. How did we get here? And more importantly, would Napoleon survive? Well, my friend, strap in, because today we're throwing one of history's most brilliant generals into the blood-soaked sands of Rome's most brutal battleground. First off, let's be real. Napoleon was a battlefield genius, but a hand-to-hand combat specialist? Yeah, not exactly. This guy relied on artillery, cavalry, and tactical formations, not stabbing someone in the ribs with a gladius. If Napoleon ever held a sword, it was probably for dramatic effect, not survival. But let's assume he gets some training. Maybe the Romans toss him in with the gladiators, make him learn how to duck, dodge, and stab like a pro. Would he actually last? Short answer, probably not. Long answer, well, maybe, if he cheats. All right, let's give Napoleon some credit. This dude was a master of outsmarting opponents. You think he'd fight one-on-one, fair and square? Pfft, please. If history tells us anything, Napoleon would probably convince the crowd he's a hero, boom, instant fan base. Bribe the referee. It worked in politics, why not in the arena? Use battlefield tactics to outmaneuver slow gladiators. Imagine a gladiator charging at him. Napoleon sidesteps, trips the guy, and boom, sand in the face. Classic battlefield deception. And if he could smuggle in a cannon? Oh, game over. If we're throwing Napoleon into the deep end, we gotta pit him against Rome's best gladiators. So let's talk opponents. 1. The Murmillo. He's big, slow, and armored like a human tank. Napoleon? He'd run circles around him. 2. The Retiarius. The classic net and trident guy. Napoleon hates naval combat, so yeah, he's doomed here. 3. A wild lion, because why not? You're in the Colosseum, there's gotta be a lion somewhere. Let's be honest, Napoleon could strategize his way out of battle, but not out of being eaten. Okay, let's take this further. What if, instead of fighting in the Colosseum, Napoleon decides to take over Rome itself? History tells us he had an ego the size of an empire. If Napoleon saw the Roman Senate, he'd probably try to crown himself Emperor of Rome on the spot. Roman senators: "Sir, you can't just declare yourself Emperor." Napoleon: "Watch me." With his military mind, he'd probably turn the Colosseum into his personal war room, retrain the Roman legions, and start invading everything in sight. Who's stopping him? Caesar? That guy's long gone. So, could Napoleon survive the Colosseum? Probably not for long, unless he rewrote the rules and somehow brought cannons into ancient Rome. But could he take over Rome and declare himself emperor? Oh, absolutely. Now I gotta ask, if you could throw any historical figure into the Colosseum, who would it be? Let me know in the comments. And hey, if you enjoyed this chaotic mashup of history, make sure to subscribe. Or else, I might just send Julius Caesar and Napoleon to have a boxing match in your backyard.